Welcome to today's Explainer. Look, if you're a grade 8 student, a teacher, or really just an enthusiast navigating the MATATAG curriculum for PE and health, you are in the exact right place. We are putting on an absolute masterclass today. We're going to completely break down the exact formula for mastering striking and fielding games. I'm talking about taking those raw, fundamental physical skills you've been grinding on and transforming them into a highly coordinated, intelligent system. We want to move way beyond just, playing a casual game to truly understanding the mechanics behind every single movement you make. So grab your notebooks, get focused, and let's get ready to elevate your game.
Okay, here's our lesson roadmap for today. First, the speed myth debunked. Then, integrating skills and fitness. Next, mastering core mechanics. After that, the 6-step sequence. And finally, quality checks and tactics. Section 1. The speed myth debunked.
Ask yourselves this right now. If you're literally the absolute fastest runner in your grade 8 class, does that guarantee you'll be successful in a striking or fielding game? It's super tempting to think so, right? I mean, we always idolize speed. Whether we're watching track meets or highlight reels, we just kind of assume the fastest person naturally dominates the whole game. But let's actually look at what the real mechanics and situations of a game demand of you.
Here's the deal. The myth is that speed alone is enough to dominate. But the reality, a ridiculously fast but completely inaccurate throw or speedy but totally unsafe run between bases is entirely useless. Think about a game of softball or kickball out on your school field. If you're sprinting toward first base at absolute top speed, but you just don't have the physical balance to stop safely, what happens? You overrun the base and get tagged out. Or if you run incredibly fast but in the exact wrong direction because you misread a fielder's play, well, your speed actually becomes a huge liability. It's really all about integrating your raw physical traits into the specific dynamic context of the game.
This quote really hits the nail on the head. Effective play happens when physical technique, fitness ability, and decision-making function as a coordinated system. That is our core philosophy for today. True athletic performance means your brain and your body are working together as one cohesive unit. You just can't separate the physical movement, like, say, swinging a bat, from the tactical decision of when and where to hit the ball. The whole shebang has to function seamlessly together.
Section 2. Integrating skills and fitness.
Let's see how specific physical skills actually map directly onto your body's fitness components. You don't just step onto the field and magically play a sport, right? You pull from very specific fitness abilities. Take reaction time, for instance. It's defined as a rapid response to the direction and speed of the ball, instantly connecting a visual cue to a physical movement. Now, in a fielding game, it isn't just about moving fast when a whistle blows, like you're doing a sprint start. It's about reading the game cues, literally judging the exact direction and speed of a line drive, and instantly connecting that visual cue to the correct physical movement. If your physical reaction is lightning fast, but your brain decides to run toward the wrong base, well, your tactical decision just failed your physical fitness. Everything has to align perfectly.
Section 3. Mastering the core mechanics. Now, let's map out the exact fitness requirement and technical cue needed for each of the primary skills. Look at throwing. It requires immense coordination, specifically stepping with the opposite foot and rotating your trunk to generate a really controlled, powerful delivery. If you step with the wrong foot, boom, you lose your entire kinetic chain. For catching, balance is the absolute key requirement so you can track the ball smoothly and absorb the force without falling backwards. And batting? That requires this awesome, complex blend of power and balance, maintaining a rock-solid stance before contact and ensuring a totally controlled follow-through after. As grade 8 students in the MATATAG curriculum, this is exactly the level of detail your PE teachers are going to be assessing you on. It's not just that you threw the ball, it's exactly how your body was structured when you did it. Picture this classic game day disaster that we've all seen, or honestly, probably experienced. The fielder stays completely upright, stiff-legged, and a ground ball rolls right between their legs into the outfield. Ouch. Often players blame their reaction time for this mistake. They think, I just wasn't fast enough. But the real culprit is almost always poor body position before the ball even gets there. By dropping your center of gravity, bending those knees, and keeping your body directly behind the ball to secure it with 2 hands, you vastly improve your reach and control. It's all about proactive preparation, not just reactive reflexes. Section 4. The 6-step execution sequence. So now that we know the core mechanics, let's explore the ultimate framework for putting it all into action. This 6-step sequence is an absolute game changer. Whether you realize it or not, every single successful play requires this exact order. Step 1.
Warm up and inspect your equipment to set a safe foundation. Step 2. Assume your ready position. Step 3, and this is huge, track the ball and read the game cues. Step 4. Execute the body mechanics we just talked about. Step 5. Recover and transition to the next task. And Step 6. Use feedback to adjust your next move. Seriously, skipping even one of these steps is a one-way ticket to making errors on the field.
Let's actually put this on a timeline so you can see how fast this happens. Think of it as a rapid, continuous time loop. At 0 seconds, you're setting your physical foundation in the ready position. At 1 second, you perceive and read the cues. At 2 seconds, you actually execute the skill. And by 3 seconds, you're already recovering to reset the loop. Here's why understanding this matters so much. If your preparation at 0 seconds is off balance, your execution 2 seconds later will inevitably fail. It doesn't matter how hard you try to dynamically correct it midair, right? The foundation dictates the result.
The major takeaway here, especially when you're grinding away in your skill stations during class, is that you must train the entire loop together. A game skill is never just an isolated action happening in a vacuum. A throw isn't just an arm movement. It's the full transition from reading the play, shifting your body weight, delivering the throw, to immediately preparing for the return catch. If you're only practicing the arm motion, you simply aren't game ready. You gotta train the whole loop.
Section 5, Quality Checks and Tactics. Let's discuss how you'll be assessed and how to actively fix errors during a highly competitive match. When you hit the field, use this quality checklist. Notice how we are moving way beyond just seeing who is the fastest runner. You want to ensure every throw has that opposite footstep. Your eyes must be completely locked on the ball when fielding. Base runners need safe, controlled stopping ability, not just pure speed. And pay super close attention to that last point. Tactics. Even if your physical technique is flawless, if your action doesn't support the current game objective, like say throwing to the wrong base to get an out, the performance is incomplete. Tactics absolutely override raw skill. Every move must be smart.
And hey, when you hit a wall, and we all do, remember this golden rule. Smart adjustments are what improve performance. If you keep dropping the ball, just throwing harder or swinging wildly on your next turn is not going to help you. Do not just increase your effort, increase your awareness. You have to ask yourself the hard questions. Was it my perception? Did I read the visual cue way too late? Was my body position too upright? Was my timing totally off? Or is the core technique itself flawed? Hit pause, identify the root cause, and fix it right there. Before you step onto the field today to run your MATATAG PE drills, I want you to memorize this exact question and ask yourself this during every single repetition you do. Are my actions safe, accurate, consistent, and useful to the game objective? If you can answer yes to all 4 of those criteria, you aren't just casually playing the game anymore. You are completely mastering the system. But here is my final challenge to you. The next time you watch a professional baseball or softball game, look super closely at your favorite player. Are they relying purely on natural, raw talent, or are they actually executing this exact same 6-step loop perfectly under immense pressure? Think about it. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Now get out there and put these concepts to work.